Hey, welcome back to Your Pretty Pennies. I'm Tara Jones-Williamson. Thank you for coming back. And if you are new around here, girl, make sure you follow me, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video. Let's jump right into today's topic where we're going to be talking about if you're always feeling like you're broke, right? And even no matter what your income, we all get to that point from time to time where it's like, no matter how much income I have coming in, I have just as much expenses going out, right? And so let's talk about the 7 tips to stop being broke, all right? The first tip is to face your financial standing right now. All right, what bills do you have? What's your income? What's your past due bills? How much debt do you have? And that includes credit cards, auto loans, student loan, your mortgage, right? If you owe your mama some money and she's still calling you wanting some, right? You got a payment going on with her, a personal loan, payday loan. It does not matter, sis. I want you to take a moment and identify, get a piece of paper, get a notebook, right? You know, I'm team notebook around here. I got my notebook with my notes, but I also have several journals around here, right? And I also carry journals on my website at yourprettypennies.com, where I just often encourage women to get in tune with their finances, understand your current financial standing and what's making you broke. Oftentimes, if you're feeling like you're broke, it's because you have a lot of more expenses going out than you have income coming in, right? And so the first step to changing that is you have to address it, all right? The second thing is to create a monthly budget so you can get a hold of your finances, all right? Now, around here, I preach monthly budgeting. I preach zero-based budgeting. And when you create that zero-based budget, I want you to include 4 things in your budget. This is the 4 things you want your budget to do for you. Number 1, tithe 10%. Number 2, save at least 10%. Number 3, pay all your monthly bills and pay all your minimum payments on all your credit cards and your auto loan and things like that each and every month. And number 4, achieve and make progress towards a financial goal. Your money should be doing those 4 things. Again, number 1, making sure that you tithe 10%. Number 2, making sure you save something, right? Whether you're in the savings mode where you're building up your emergency fund or you're putting money in investment accounts, that's long-term savings, right? So it's the same thing. So number 3, making sure you cover all your bills in full. Remember, if you want to keep a good credit report and a good credit score, you have to pay all your monthly bills on those credit cards, on any debt that you have, any payments that you have going to debt. You need to make sure that you do not incur any late payments in order to keep your credit score good, right? So we need to make sure our budget covers all of our monthly expenses each and every month, right? Especially the ones that report to the credit bureaus, all right? And number 4, identify and make progress towards a financial goal. That is what each and every one of us should be doing with our money. So number 2, creating a monthly budget. Number 3, tithe. The supernatural law of reciprocity is real, right? It's one thing to earn the money that you have coming into your life. It's a whole nother thing to start receiving and being blessed above and beyond you can ask, think, or imagine, right? Malachi 3:10, read it if you have not. The supernatural law of reciprocity activated in your life by tithing and giving cheerfully each and every month, all right? Number 4 is to cut any unnecessary expenses. This goes back to step 2 when you create your budget. When you get really clear on what expenses you have going out, you will start to identify those subscriptions you don't even remember you signed up for, things you're not even using anymore, things your kids have signed up for with your debit card or your credit card that you didn't even know was coming out, right? Things that you're just letting go by the wayside, or things that you're just like, you know what? I'm going to temporarily let these things go so I can get ahead and stop feeling broke and have more income than I have expenses each month. All right. So cut any unnecessary expenses and cut the impulse spending. That's another thing. Don't be spending based on impulse. If it's not in your budget, wait until next month to get it. I don't care if your kids ask you for something. I don't care if they need new shoes. They'll be all right for 2 more weeks, right? If it ain't in your budget, put it in next month's budget or find somebody else to pay for it like they daddy, right? Period. So that you do not blow your budget and you are staying on track to not feeling broke anymore. All right. Number 5 is to increase your income without, period. Listen to me. Increase your income without without increasing your expenses. Now, this is what we call lifestyle creep here in the financial community, where every time you get a raise or every time you get a little bit of money or when it's tax time or whatever the case is, you find yourself spending just as much as you received an increase in income, right? We are going to stop doing that. You are going to constantly feel broke if you continue to do that, sis. So we're going to intentionally decrease our expenses, increase our income without adding more. Just because you got some money to play with doesn't mean you need to go shop more. Doesn't need to be you need to be on scrolling on Instagram. Don't mean that you need to be clearing that Amazon cart, right? What it means is that needs to go towards your financial goal. And the financial goal is typically savings, paying off debt, getting a month ahead on bills. Check out my previous video on that. Do something productive with your money that you have, that extra income that you have coming in. All right. Number 6, pay off debts to free up your monthly income and increase your net worth. Now, this doesn't get talked about a lot, but all of us in our 20-something, 30-something, 40-something year old selves, we should be calculating our net worth. And for a lot of us, because we've had or have student loans or auto loan or mortgage or something like that, that's technically considered a liability, our net worth is in the negative. So as you start to make a plan to pay off debt, number 1, paying off debt increases your monthly income, right? It increases your monthly disposable income because the less minimum payments you have going out every month, the more you can go towards your financial goal. But also, by you paying off debt, you are able to increase your net worth and bring it into the positive, right? And the goal to be 50-something, 55, 60, not necessarily retire, but definitely living your own lifestyle, creating the lifestyle that you desire debt-free, right? We don't want to go into our 50s and 60s with debt. We don't want to be no Walmart greeters where after we done retired or our business has dissolved or whatever, we got to go back to work and get a part-time job in order to make ends meet. That ain't going to be us. We don't want to do that, sis. We've seen our parents and our grandparents do it and still doing it. We don't want that to be us, all right? So pay off the debt early, pay off the debt fast, and increase your net worth so you have a positive net worth in the next 10, 20 years, all right? And number 7, get into the habit of saving and investing. Now, saving is having your emergency fund, having your travel fund set aside, having some sinking funds so where you are able to handle if something happened with your car, you need car repairs or back to school clothes, or you're able to cash flow Christmas, all of that. But also thinking long term with investments and using the wonderful world of compound interest, right? You're using the stock market's money to multiply your money fast, right? And so I just want you to think about that. Stop feeling broke. The reason why we're oftentimes feeling broke is because we have more expenses going out and we don't even remember what we did with it, right? We're constantly getting Uber Eats or DoorDash, right? We're constantly shopping online. We're constantly just buying our kids whatever we want or buying ourselves whatever we want when we go to Target versus sticking to the budget. Overspending on groceries, right? All those things. And it makes us feel broke. But what we can do is get intentional about managing money to where we can stop that cycle. And every month we feel proud. We feel proud of how we did financially, all right? So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you're going to change so you can stop feeling broke. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.